we already defined you last time, the Jyotishk stars, the sun, the moon, and I tell you, these are how far the stars are, how far from Earth, from our surface. The sun, the moon, the constellation means nakshatra, and the planets. But they are all between 790 Yujan to 900 Yujan. And again, last time somebody asked the question, right? The sun is closer to us because it is only 800 Yujan above us, while the moon is 880 Yujan. And again, I tell you, this is not the one, whatever the knowledge we have it here, that is not the same thing defined in Jain geography in the scripture. These scriptures are Upangagams, Tattva Sutra. Okay, these are all scriptures, we study it all the time. Okay, and there is not the entire scripture that way, it's only the one chapter that explains the Jain universe. All right. So don't think because something is not, something is wrong in a plain language, okay, that doesn't mean everything else is wrong. In our scripture, there are many things written. We discuss it, all four anuyogs. This topic comes into Karnanuyog or Ganitanu and Ganitanu basically indicates that was the knowledge base existed at that time. That is the Karnanu okay? Because the scriptures, we don't modify scripture as we learn more about the universe, like black hole or all other things what we have learned. Okay, we don't go and keep changing in the modifying the scripture. Not only we, Christianity never did. No religion changes the scripture based on the current knowledge. Wherever in this kind of the knowledge exists and it is in the conflict, then they just manage it. All right. And in our case, I have explained you several times that the Mahavira used that existing knowledge that existed there, whatever the knowledge base passed on from Parshvanath or Neminath, and people knew about the universe at that time. He used that knowledge to teach Jain principles. And we should not accept that that particular knowledge that he used to teach the principle, the principle teaching is proper. And what is the principle? Bhagavan Mahavir has one main things by teaching this geography or by telling or by lecturing this geography in a sense that, look, the whole universe is such a vast and there are so many things above you, below you, you are kind of a drop in an ocean. Even Chakravarti king, who has significant area, who rules over significant, but compared to all 14 Rajlok, that is not even a drop in the ocean. Okay? Why are you so ego-oriented that I own all these things? All right? Nothing will go with you. When you die, okay, you are going to die alone. And since you are wasting all your life, accumulation, you need to have certain possession so that you can live reasonably okay for Shravak and Shravika. I'm not talking about monks and nuns. For monks and nuns, it is totally non-possession. But for Shravak and Shravika, when Bhagwan Mahavir preached, he said, in this vast universe, your existence is not drop in ocean. So, limit your desire. Limit your desire. That message is proper. The example what he used at that time, it was proper for that time for the people, because that was the knowledge base they had it. Today, we have to use different examples, but the message is not changing. Okay, message is saying for Jainism, limit the desire. If you think you have so much money, just limit. This is, I am not going to make more money than this, or if I have it, I will donate it for the upliftment of the society. And one continuously observe yourself and don't fall trap, because the greediness has no limit. If I have 1 million, I'm looking for 2. If I have 2, I'm going to look for 4 million. And continuously just increasing. And after a while, you don't know why you are accumulating money, because you know that you cannot take it with you. And how long you're going to live? 80 years, 90 years, 100 years? How many have exceeded 100 years life? And then what will be the quality of your life at that age? So these are the messages that Mahavir gave using the Jain geography's example. All right, so let's proceed further the life. These are the 2 slides what you are seeing here. We already discussed it, that the stars is 790 yojans, the sun is 800. All these things we already discussed, and this is give you a little bit graphic representation. There are 2 moon. These are the symbol of the moon. There are 2 suns. Both are 180 degree apart, and that's why if there is a sun, one sun exists in Bharatkshetra, the other one will be in the Mahavidyakshetra. So every other day, we get the same sun. So there are 2 suns, like day 1 comes sun number 1, then day 2 will be the sun number 2, comes to Bharatkshetra, and day 3 is the first one come back. Okay, and day 4, the second one will come back. This is how for the Bharatkshetra is, and we have discussed that one, like same thing, moon, stars, all other things, that what you are going to see, like a symmetrical, but because of the Mount Meru is a 900 yojan, about 1000 yojan, basically, it is so high that you cannot see on the other side of it. Okay, where there is the Airavat Kshetra exists. All right, so this is another way of presenting it. It also gives you like the stars, the sun, moon, and all where they are, and it tells you from 790 yojan to 900 yojan. And you can, if you can read Gujarati, then these slides are there. I think we are going to get everything in English, all the slides and more diagrams, but today we are not there. Okay. Now, this one we already discussed last time also, I believe. Okay. Is this last slide was covered, Sejal?
No, we didn't cover in Monday's session.
We did not cover that one. Okay, so this is also a very important one. Okay, what I mean by, we already discussed this one, the Jambu Dweep Island, Lavan Samudra, which is surrounding Jambu Dweep. The middle, all the way in the center is the Jambu Dweep. Surrounding Jambu Dweep, there is a Lavan Samudra. Okay, but Lavan Samudra has the area. It is not that Samudra is not like just 5-10 feet wide or something like that. Okay, it is significant area, and they have defined all that dimension. Okay, so like Jambudweep we discussed, we have a 2 sun and 2 moon. All right, they are both 180-degree apart and comes on alternate day. Laman Samudra has a 4 sun and 4 moon because they are further away from us, and that's why the first sun comes, then second day, second one, third day, third one, fourth day, and then again the first one comes. All right. So you can imagine that Lavan Samudra has this many moons, this many sun, this many planets, constellation, and this many stars. So look at the number. Now this e to the 14 means it's a 14 zeros behind this number. Like Jambu Dweep has 133,950 multiplied by 14, 14 zeros. Okay, that is the total number of stars exist. Lavan Samudra has this many stars, 267,900,000 times 14 zeros. That many stars exist, and so forth. As you further you go away, this is all only up to 2.5 island to the Pushkar Dweep, this many, and you can see there are total 132 moons, 132 sun, and this many planets. Now this is like 2.5 island. That's where the human beings live. And these 2.5 island, all these things exist outside 2.5 island. Okay, outside these 5 areas, everything is steady, nothing is moves. There is no human being exist. Okay, and that is the concept in the Jain geography. All right. So let me proceed further, because I'd like to finish today if possible. This is the third session, and I knew we are going to spend more time into it to try to understand it, but we got so many things to cover. That's why you got to read it. If you have any questions, discuss it either Wednesday or Monday, whatever the time you come, and we will be able to, help you out to resolve any questions you have. Okay. So that's the kind of the structures you see. Now, one more point I want to tell you here. Since human being exist only 2.5 island, okay. So whenever in our last life, if it is our last life, like say after Keval Gyan, a person attains the Keval Gyan, this is the last life, and then he's not going to come back, he's not going to be reborn, he's out of birth and life cycle. His pure soul, okay, lives in moksha. So where does the soul comes to the moksha area? only from these 5 islands, only these 5 regions. Okay. So what is the size of the moksha? It is the same size is the 2.5 island. Okay. Whatever the width, that is the same width in the moksha. Okay. That's you have to, because the last death, when person dies the last time, the last one, okay, he goes straight up. There is no angle. The soul will not travel because there is no karma. Only the karma directs you where to go. Unless you have attained Kevajnan, you are completely pure. So then soul travels straight up. And wherever you are, in the same straight up, that's where your soul goes in the moksha area, and you are going to remain there forever in a permanent blissful state, fully aware and blissful state. That is the state of liberated soul. All right. Next one,